So I am here. I spent most of today just messing around with old samples of songs that I composed when I was healthier. An example of that is a saxophone song that I wrote back in 2023. So I just wanted to get some of my old music repurposed in a way, and I thought it would be cool to first show what I did earlier, which sparked me coming and setting up this entire setup, but then also maybe taking a new sound and doing something with it. So what I came up with earlier was this. It's this sound that you just heard, and I warbled it all up with so it doesn't sound anything like it, and I will take a different sample and go and do this a similar process, but just to show kind of like where the idea went of really shortening down into like 100 different slices and then adding all of these different effects and stuff took me to this cool little idea. So that's just a little idea, I guess. So I wanted to, go and do something new. We'll start a new phrase here, and let's just, we'll make a new instrument. This will be instrument 01, which is actually number 2. So I have a bunch of samples. I was thinking I would go and use my orchestra piece as the next one. Ooh, no, Desert Tales would be better. So I have all of these different little splices that I made. A little quiet. Let's use this one. I also want to make it louder. I'm going to come in here, and as I play it, add slice markers by the beat. So I have this little snippet of one of my pieces that I wrote, and if I just play through a good on my keyboard, I'm just getting some ideas right now, trying to figure out, what can we do with this that's cool. So what if we go ahead and we'll make it play in reverse. So we have this really massive sound of, a full wind ensemble, which is about the size of an orchestra, but with all wind instruments. And yeah, this is... I don't know if I fully like it. What if I ping pong it? I do want it a little louder. This isn't the right way to do it, but... add a bunch of reverb. I was also thinking, what if I go back and take this same sample and even kind of double up the amount of slices? So I would do that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I kind of want the panning to be random. Sounds kind of goofy. I think that sounds cool. I'll loop this. Make it all faster. Oh, that's not how you do that. That's cool. Set it to the length. We want it to be slow. What should it be at? That's a cool one. I like that. We'll just record that one in. I mean, I just threw in the other one just to see if we can EQ this to sound. think that's my example of how I kind of mess around to just find cool little sounds. So I'm going to save that and go to bed.